Brant, by the way.
It was good. Yeah. Yeah, we had fun, man. It was exciting, you know. It was really wild to be back on stage, and it just felt great. It's, you know, it was fantastic.
So this was a live show, or was it streaming?
No, it was a
With real
real people were there.
Oh my God! Whoa!
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that experience, because in Argentina, the Doors shows not so long ago. I mean, Walter, would you like to mention about that too? Because it's weird. Like suddenly, you know, you've been in COVID, not seeing people. Suddenly, you're playing live. It's like
No, really, it's a shit experience. I can tell you the truth. It's a shit experience because it's very, you need the energy of the people. You need to interchange some energy, something. It's very difficult to play without nothing, just for the imagination that the people are feeling the same that when are you playing live with people. So it really sucks, but you know, you need to do it.
But I was asking you guys, ustedes tuvieron poco.
We played. It was a great experience, you know, close with the people again, and to share the energy and to share the so we, and also in a next with Poseidotica, with people also in a very nice place, Sala Siranush Theater. To do very long. What's happening?
I haven't been to the barbershop
in
25 years.
Oh, you look very good.
Oh, you guys look great. Thank you.
Here with my poncho from Argentina, Branto. Huh? This is the poncho, my
Beautiful.
typical one.
It. Always
yes,
sporting the poncho,
nice.
Man. That's a good look, dude. You own
that
look. You start your own brand, you know? You'd sell poncho. That'd be great.
Dude, Walter's ponchos, man. I mean,
yeah, I'll buy one.
I want to buy one, man. Wait. I gotta be honest here, Walter. You gotta know this. I'm not trying to be a kiss ass or nothing, but I started using ponchos because of you.
Of course.
No, for real. Like when I was hanging out with you, you were always wearing ponchos. Like, dude, I want to wear fucking poncho too. And I bought a black poncho just like you have.
Yes, it's a cool idea. Very good idea. It's very comfortable for all the time, you know.
Yeah.
Great. We are with my, you know, my inner pants, just comfortable in my house. Nothing more than the poncho, the mate, the weed, and that's it.
Oh, I love it, man. I love it. It's so good.
Well, we're having a lot of people here from Italy, people from all over the world. I'm gonna scoop up a little bit once in a while so people know what the hell are we doing. This is just a conversation from two buddies. We have he's in Palm Desert, Palmera del Desierto in Spanish. And we have Walter Broide from Buenos Aires. We're just hanging around, want to talk and get updated, and that is kind of the main thing of this conversation rather than an interview, because I'm not a journalist. I'm just, you know, likes to hang out with cool people, basically.
Yeah, journalism right there.
Yeah, I mean that's what that's the way I'm trying to do it, you know. So Walter was telling me. Oh, sorry.
No. I want to ask to you, Branto, what's up with the new band Stoner? I want you to hear from your voice. What's up with that?
Oh man, Stoner. You know what it is? It's just fun. It's fun, man. You know, me and my my good buddies, Goot on drums. He's been playing in my solo band for some time now, about 6 years. And then Mr. Oliveri on the bass. That's a no-brainer. And Nick and I, it's, you know, it's great because Nick and I just went it's like full circle. We went back to our roots, and we just don't even think about it. We just rock, man. And the thing's just gotta, you know, it's just kind of, the band just very organic. I know organic, that word organic has been just used so much over the years, and but I'm still not afraid to be loyal to that word, organic. You know, I still back that word, and I back what it is, and we're an organic band in the truest sense. And It's fantastic. I'm having a good time. I can't wait to get it out there, you know?
Nice. Sounds good. Yeah, I imagine, no, that it's kind of plug and play. You know, the guys, it's just to connect and play. Don't think too much. Just try
That's
to
it.
recover the old things,
Yeah.
the old spirit, and all's happened.
That's it, man. That's it.
Yeah, very nice to listen
Fantastic.
That. Cool. So the plans for Stoner?
Going to be coming out on Heavy Psych this summer. I don't know. Gabe over at Heavy Psych's itching to get it out as fast as possible, and I'm not going to stop him. So whatever he wants to do, we're ready. We have the live record that's going to be out as well, and then we're already booking dates. You know, we got dates set.
Hello?
I lose your...
Yeah, we lost you, Brant. Brant, we can't hear you.
Yes.
Oh,
Can you hear me now?
we can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah. Something popped up on my screen that I said, it said yes, and I said no.
So
yeah, we're ready to go. Stoner's ready to go. We're ready to, you know, when they give us the green light, we're gonna go, man. Yeah, for sure.
It's interesting. One of the fans that we have, actually, her name is Jimena. She actually makes a very interesting comment about it, that you're basically going back with your old mates from your old band, and the band that Walter has too is also like two musicians from his old band. So that's a very interesting, coincidence that you guys have like two similar bands,
Yeah, well, you know, when you've been doing it as long as we have, it's like the challenge is all about going home. It's about going back to your root, and just having fun, man. And just like we were saying, not thinking too much about it all. So it's great.
Like having that young mentality, just like playing with your friends and having fun.
Yeah, well, I told Nick, I said, hey, man, the spirit of this band is about getting back to that place where we were when we were like 14 years old, playing Ramones covers in his mom's, living room. Like there was no intention or motivation for like an audience or a record deal or recording or anything. It was primal. It was just playing music for the sake of playing music, man. And I wanted to get back to that. And we did, and it feels really good,
Nice, Brant, nice. And how is Nick? I think
Nick's good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, he's doing good, man. He's in good spirits, and yeah, Nick's doing really well, man. I'm really proud of him, man.
Yeah, he has the magic. Yeah,
he's got he's always had the magic.
And you're playing with the next guy is the guy that come to Argentina to play with you.
Yeah, on the drums. Yeah,
yes.
Ryan Good on the drums. He's been playing in my solo band for about 5 or 6 years. Good guy.
The jazzy guy.
Yeah, he's great, man. He's great.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Yeah, he's got jazz. So that's like when I needed a drummer about 6 years ago, I called up a friend of mine, and I said, and I knew he'd know somebody. I said, listen, man, I need a drummer, man. I need one now. I said, what are you looking for? I said, I'm looking for someone who's got jazz experience, because I had a theory that I can make a jazz drummer rock, but you can't make a rock drummer play jazz.
Yes, you tell me this in Argentina when you stay here. I prefer to wait to a guy that plays jazz to go into the rock. That it's a good decision. It's a good decision. The guy.
It is, man. That's something that I recognized in your drumming way back. I said, man, that guy knows how to swing. You had the flow. You play like water. I mean, that's it. Play like water. That's good. Good, man.
Very nice. Very nice.
Can you guys tell us how you guys met? Like, it's very interesting. Like, Walter was telling me some stories, but I mean, I wanted you guys to share with the audience. I think it'll be kind of fun.
Well, man, I met Walter many years ago. I think I first became aware of, sorry, it's really hot here, man.
Yeah, it is hot.
I think I became aware of Nadas back in the, I think mid 90s. I think it might've been Frank Kozik that told me about Nadas. And he said, man, you got to check out this band. And back even in the mid '90s, there weren't a whole lot of bands playing that style of music, you know. And then when I finally heard, in fact, I think I might have saw Nodus before I even heard their recordings. And as soon as I saw them, I was like, oh my God, that band's got it, man. They got it. They got it. So
yes, I remember you can to see the band in some place, I don't know, it's in Santa Cruz or Santa Barbara, Santa Monica,
yeah,
something like that.
yeah,
And we meet them, and after we play together in Europe sometimes.
yep,
Always great experience.
yeah, yep, yeah.
Yes.
Those early bands that were coming out in the mid '90s, and Nodus was always one of my favorites, if not my favorite band from that era, man. You know, they had the thing, man. They had the thing.
Thank you.
You guys were like in the label Men's Runes Records, right?
Yeah.
What do you guys think that, you know, because nowadays, like, those type of labels are very hard, you know, they're kind of inexistent. I mean, we're trying to follow those ideas, but you think labels are important with bands, or how do you think that all of that is transforming nowadays? Because, you know, now with the internet and, you know, all this COVID thing, what is your opinion with that?
It's so hard to say, man. You know, things are changing so fast nowadays. It's hard to form an opinion because
yeah, sure.
I don't know, man. I got lizard brain, man. My speed, and it's not in sync with what's going on these days. I just hang on, man. I don't know. I mean, there's you know, a good friend of mine. We have this whole philosophy that all kind of revolves around the word both. You know, it's both. You know, are labels good or are they bad? No, they're both. You know, it's just both, man. It just depends on what you want to be involved with. You know, if you don't want to get involved with labels, don't get involved. If you want to get on a label, get on a label and make the best of it. I don't know, man. It's all good, I guess.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it's happened. The things are different because a guy like Frank Kosick with Pampanoise Records, he's a romantic guy. He really released the bands that he feels that have something special, something to tell, no? And do a very nice job grouping all the bands and you know, meet with the musicians and trying to do. I have this feeling to trying to do some big, and he do it. He do it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good
stuff.
point. Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, it was clear that, I mean, he's an artist, Frank, you know, and
yes.
And growing up in the you know, early '80s, I mean, that's why I was such a, you know, I grew up on the '80s independent, you know, hardcore movement, you know, and it was exciting because the labels were run by people that were really, really into the music. Yes. And it wasn't about exploitation or like trying to like capitalize and make money, which is, you know, money's it serves the greater good if you're fighting the good fight. But yeah, those early labels, man, SST and Touch and Go and Alternative Tentacles and all that stuff. It was exciting back then. And I think Frank was just kind of, you know, reinventing that concept in the 90s and did a great job of it, man. It was a beautiful label, man. It was great.
Yes. Yes. I think the same.
He would draw, like, the illustrations of his albums were all his own illustrations, right?
Sorry, say again.
So the albums that he would release on his label were all his own illustrations, correct?
Yeah, that was
fascinating.
Yeah, he was a poster artist to begin with, and then he just got really into wanting to put out vinyl. I think he started out with 7 inches, and then he went to 10. He went to 10 inches, and then he started doing CDs. And then that's what just broke the camel's back, man. Is you know, he was too successful. I don't think he was prepared for that level of success, you know. So
yeah,
God bless him.
I think the same.
God bless him. That's awesome.
He say, no, it's too much work. I'm going crazy. It's too much work. I want a kid of this.
Yeah,
it's too much.
Yeah.
But we do a great job. I'm in love with Frank. Forever.
For sure, man. For sure.
He's from Spain, correct?
And tell us something about your experience touring here in South America. I know that you have some problems in Chile also when you can't play for, I don't know, for politics problem, yes? And you
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
other
that was a
guys
really
manage
that
very
was a
good the
really wild
situation.
experience. Yeah, that was wild. I'll tell you, man, I've been wanting to get down to South America for years, man, for years. So it was so exciting for me to finally get down there, and it was everything that I needed and wanted. And Buenos Aires in particular was fantastic. It was a great show. We had a wonderful night. The people were great. I expected that. And then, you know, Mexico is always fantastic. And we were on our way over to Chile, Brazil too. Brazil is great. We were on our way to Chile. The morning after our show in Buenos Aires, I got a call, and it said, "Hey man, there's some trouble going on in Santiago, like some riots or something, but we're going to fly you in and try and do the show." And I was like, wow, that's crazy. But by the time we got to the hotel, the gig was totally called off, and then we were going to play in Concepcion the next day. That was canceled. And then we were like kind of quarantined to our hotel because the outside streets was just a war zone.
Right.
It was really wild, man. But you know, it was also educating and exciting to kind of see what the social temperament of that of Chile and the people and what they're dealing with and what they're fighting and I don't know, man. It was an experience. I got to say, man. We ended up recording instead.
Yeah,
So
I want to ask you. I want to ask you
yeah.
that.
So
You do a recording there?
yeah, we did a recording, the riot sessions, as they refer to, as so I'm actually I just got an email this last week, so we're opening the doors to that recording right now, and I'm sure the plan is to release it, so we'll release it at some
Cool,
point.
nice, nice.
Yeah, the guys were very sad and from Chile. I mean, I met some of the guys who were gonna perform or like they were opening for your show. They were like so like lo estábamos experience. They were like, dude, I always wanted to like open, you know, for Brant, and suddenly this happens. Like the worst thing that could ever
Yeah,
happen to me. Oh my God.
yeah, it was yeah, it was. I mean, let's be honest. There was high levels of frustration to go that far and not be able to bring the music. But
Yeah,
hey, that's all right. You know, that's
our
how it's
experience,
out there.
experience.
That's right. Yeah.
Cool, cool. And Brant, now you're in your house?
Yeah. Yeah. Here in Palm Desert, I actually live in a town called Rancho Mirage, which is about 3 miles away from Palm Desert. So, but this is the area where I grew up, and I moved the family back here about
Nice.
year and a half ago. Yeah. Yeah. It's cool.
And you tell me years ago that you go to Mexico to get some vacations. You have good time there?
Yeah. Yeah. I love Mexico, mate. You know, I love playing music there, but just about a month ago, I drove the wife and kids down to the bottom of Baja, and that was great. You know, we crossed the border and drove for about 4 days all the way to the southern tip of Baja, and just hung out on the beach and threw the kids in the water and went fishing, and it's great. I love Mexico, man. It's great.
And you're a surf? You do surf or not?
Yeah. Me and the kids surf. I'm not very good, but I'm much better
Just for fun.
skateboarder. Much better skateboarder than a surfer. You know, I didn't grow up near the beach, so we skateboarded. But I surfed when I could, and we went surfing all last summer. Me and the kids, and we're gonna go back to LA and hang out with the in-laws and stay for a couple months this summer and continue the surf game. So I love it, man. It's great.
Yes.
How about you? Do you surf?
No, not really, because I don't have the same possibilities here in Buenos Aires. But I'm in love with the surf. If I have the possibility, I do it for sure. But
Yeah.
No. I just do some snowboarding when I'm young, because here we have nice mountains.
Right.
And that's it. And then the
Yep.
drums, and then nothing more.
That's
I
it.
play tennis also.
Tennis?
I play tennis. Yes, I
love
play tennis.
I love tennis.
It's very nice. It's very good.
Yeah,
No, I'm not doing more sport for now. But
Yeah.
I try to stay good for play drums and to continue with my life, or with all the things that make me feel comfortable and happy.
Good for you, man. Good for you. You surf on the drums. That's what you do. You surf on the
I
drums.
try to do. I try to close my eyes and surf
like,
the story. You know, blah blah blah.
Yeah, man. That's great.
Yeah, this worked for me. This worked for me. You try to.
You're riding a wave, riding a sonic wave on the drums, man.
Yeah, exactly. No, because you know the music that we play, the style of music that we play, give you the possibility to try to put the mind in off and try to get all the sensations and the feeling. You know, you're a drummer. You have the memory. The body have your memory, so you don't need to take some attention. So you try to flow and try to get the special thing there in the air and try to do something special each time.
That's perfect. Exactly. See.
Cool, Brant. And the other day, I remember that when you in a Los Natas tour, if you remember, we play in the Apollos from Barcelona, and you play 2 songs from Los Natas, 2 Caillou songs.
Yeah.
There, and it's my first opportunity to go down and see Los Natas live, and it's a very good experience for me.
Oh yeah. That's great, man. No, it's always exciting to. I remember the first time I saw Caius when Fredo just joined the band. It was cool. It was cool to see the band and not be on stage. And of course, I used to see Fu Manchu for years before I joined the band. So it's an experience. I love that. I love it.
It's an experience. Yes. And then I remember another very nice shows in the Benny and Sarah's place there in Belgium.
Oh yeah.
With your project and play with the guy in the drums. I don't remember the name. The guy from Blue Lagoon, you know, the white hair. Amazing way of play the drums, and the band sounds very good. It's an excellent memories for us.
Yeah. That was great. Yeah, Sarah and Benny's place was great. And that was a good band. That first solo band I had was fantastic. Mike Pfeffer was the name of that drummer. He was a great drummer.
Pfeffer. Yes.
Yeah.
Great
Blue
drummer.
Lagoon. He did look like the dude on the Blue Lagoon. That's fucking funny. Shit.
Yes. So, Brant, you know, we are waiting to the possibility to bring up again to Argentina and all South America. You know, a lot of people from this side of the globe love you and follow you for many years. So we are get the expectative to all this shit of the coronavirus stop in some time, and we can to do again all our projects in a normal way. And I have the good feeling that sorry, my English still sucks. No, so I have the feeling that we can play together again sometimes and share our way to do the music and to way to see the life. And for me, it's a time that I expected for.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. I can't wait. We're going to be playing many shows together. I feel it, and I can't wait to get back down there for sure. 100%.
Yes. Sergio, tell you something about you.
About me? I'm just a guy who likes to listen to cool rockers talking. That's all. I'm part of the audience.
No, but you're a very special, enthusiastic guy, Chapete. You are doing good things with your big heart.
But I mean, it's really crazy how everything connects, because when I met you, Walter, like I didn't know shit about Brant Bjork or Caius. I didn't know nothing about it. And I started learning back, and I was originally born here in Pasadena. And, you know, like how they admired so much a culture that I wasn't there anymore because I moved to Argentina when I was 6. So, you know, things like that kind of motivate me to come back. Say, okay, cool. There's these things that I like about California. I'm gonna go with that once I move back there, which I decided to move after, you know, Mauricio Macri won the elections. I promised my friends that I was moving back. And wanted to finish some other projects also on the way. So I said, cool. So yeah, I mean, Walter and, you know, his culture kind of lectured me in many ways. And that's why I, you know, when I met your Ryan, which is, I mean, Ryan is very, very cool. I hope he's watching this. I give him a lot of love from here. I was very excited that was, you know, someone someone from your community, because I always wanted to relink Walter with you and with everybody, because I think, you know, good musicians have to, you know, be together. It's the best way to create good music together, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm probably crazy, though.
Well, we're all crazy.
Okay, cool. We're in the same. I always say I'd rather be crazy than normal.
We're all crazy, man.
One question.
Yes.
What was that band you had and that you named Che? I was very interested in asking you about that. And, you know, we're like, okay, cool. I think it's.
Yeah, that was a project that I put together. Oh, man, that must have been around 98, I think. And 99. And it was, I had some downtime from Fu Manchu. And my roommate at the time was Dave Dinsmore, who played bass with Unita for that first record. And then Alfredo Hernandez had just left the Queens of the Stone Age. He played on the first record, did those first early tours, and then he left the band. And we were all here in the desert, and we decided to get together and start jamming because we had some time, and it just felt good. And Frank heard about it, Frank Kozik, and he said, "Hey man, let's do a record." I said, "Okay." And we did the record, you know, and we put that thing together. I think we did the whole record in 3 days, but it wasn't a band that we were planning on, you know, committing to. You know, it was a beautiful thing. We got a chance to put out the record, and that was pretty much the beginning and end of it. You know, but
also it's a very good album. It's a very good.
Yeah,
album.
It was fun, man. It was fun, man. I don't know how we came up with the name Che. I know Fredo and I are big fans of Che Guevara, and I think that I'm about it and said, "Hey, let's call the band Che."
It's cool.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And Brant, tell you to the people here, maybe some people don't know exactly when you start to thinking a recording. Yes, you have the ability to understand, to see all the movie and start recording all the instrument and try to get form to your ideas. True?
Yeah. You know, I've got two styles of, you know, my process, my creative process. There's the style of like, that's more kind of jazz, jam, blues kind of directed, which is like me I'll play a groove or a rhythm on the guitar or bass or drums and then just kind of go with it and then go back and respond to it with other instruments. And then I have the kind of style of like more of a proper arrangement of a song, you know, you know, verse, chorus, bridge, outro kind of thing. I enjoy both, you know. I like to jam and improvise, but I also like a good song, you know. So I do both, you know, and it's sometimes you don't, you know, sometimes you start out with a song and it turns into a jam, and sometimes you start out with a jam and it turns into a song. I learned long ago that half of whatever you're going to do is just going to be something you weren't planning anyways. So you just got to go with it, you know?
Cool. And now you are trying, besides the Stoner project, you are thinking in doing another Alone record?
Yeah, I've already got another deal with Gabe over at Heaviside to do another solo record. So I'll be working on a new solo record probably here this summer. Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah, I already got a lot of new music together, ideas, I guess you could call them. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get busy again, you know?
Cool. And where's your next gig? You have something in your...
Yeah, I got a friend who lives out in Sky Valley. And he's got a nice little house out there with a garage. And for like the last 9 months, we've been, you know, the local bands here in the low desert have been going out there and doing these kind of like party gigs for our friends and stuff, and whoever's wanting to drive up and experience it. So I think that'll be the next performance. I think that's sometime in May. So yeah, there's been talk about maybe going to San Diego with Stoner. So things are slowly starting to develop, and as they develop, we're ready to go, you know.
And the things are more relaxed then. You know, it's a lot of people in USA have the vacuum. I don't know how it's say.
Vaccine,
the vaccine. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
It's still there's still some lockdown throughout the country, but the majority of as far as I can tell, you know, I haven't been paying much attention. You know, I got kind of exhausted on news outlets over the last year, so I took a break from that. So I honestly don't know what's going on, but in my immediate area, things are starting to loosen up a little bit, and yeah, you know, you're starting to see more people going out and things opening, and so yeah, I'm seeing a change.
Yeah.
Seeing a change.
Nice to hear that. You know, it's just a lot of people, a lot of friends that we work from the music for it, from the music. So it's good to know that the thing is kind of get slowly, normally about,
yeah,
and we can play, and you know, it's hard times.
Yeah, it's funky, man. It's funky. How are things down there?
The things are, you know, we are waiting the second wave now, and the things is very bad. Now it's all again is closed, and so we are doing our concert next week, but the capacity is so
limited.
Reduced.
Limited.
Yes, limited. And then we think that we can play for months, something like that. We don't know really what's happened. So we try to put the time in other things, and to do recordings, and to, you know, spend time with other things is the rules that we are living now. It's complicated, very complicated.
It is, you know, it's but you know, we're artists, and artists just, it's our job is to just roll with it. Roll with it and stay creative and keep people inspired, and so we're doing our part, man. It's tough, but we're doing our part, man, for sure.
Yes. Sergio?
Yeah, since COVID, I started doing these streaming.
Yeah. Great. Good for
because,
you.
I mean, like when COVID happened, that's when we started releasing, you know, Walter's band, Pose Erotica, here in the label in LA, because it was like, people are locked down. Let's just try to do something just to keep active, you know? And so I started doing all this social media. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm usually the dude who likes to see live music, and I think you can tell because it is what it is, you know?
Yeah. 100%, man. It is what it is, man. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh my God, what happened with Walter?
No, I'm here. I'm doing some things beside. Don't worry. No, this is because my mother is in the interview, and he don't want to smoke cigarette, but this is weed, Mama. It's not tobacco.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Funky cigarette. It's a funky cigarette.
No, she's okay with the weed, but not with the tobacco. So Mama,
yeah, good for her, man.
Weed.
I always liked your mom.
I agree.
I would go and see Walter's band, and like he would get me a place like on the Veep, and I remember once I took my mom. They were all listening. Like his mom would go see shows, like heavy metal shows. She's like sitting in the, you know, the VIP watching the Pose Erotica playing live.
It's a crazy woman. It's a special one.
God bless her. That's great. That's great.
Yeah, your mom rocks.
Love it.
¿Tenías algunas preguntas, Sergito? You have some
I mean, yeah, I have a couple of questions. So I was kind of curious, like, I mean, this is probably a stupid question. I don't know. You had a hat, and usually have a hat with a year, and I was kind of like, I was asking Walter, why does he have that hat with that year? What does 1968 mean for you? You have that, or am I correct? Or
yeah.
Okay, I'm not that high then. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I like I study a lot of history, a lot of American history, And, you know, 1968 is just a pivotal year in modern American history. It's a year that represents a collective change of consciousness. You know, I think in 65, 6, and 7, when acid started to kind of become, you know, people started to use acid recreationally. Yeah, and it was the beginning of the you know, the counterculture. I mean, I know there were like beatniks and stuff like that in the late 50s and stuff, but mid and late 50s. But like by the late 60s, you know, mid 60s, I would say, that was when things started to become really, you know, acid was a game changer. But by 68, there was something entirely else going on. You know, you know, we had, you know, Bobby Kennedy was assassinated, and Martin Luther King, and, you know, social awareness, and it's just it's an interesting year, man. And it wasn't just happening in the United States; it was happening, you know, all over the world, all over the Western world, man. You know, so I just thought it was an interesting. You know, I always like to put stuff on my hat sometime, whatever vibe I'm into. Or I'll get on some trip, you know. And I've just always been fascinated by 1968. It's an important year to remember, you know.
It's crazy that you had that year, because I've been very, you know, like one of the things I went to the States because I've been developing a documentary about the Spanish blues, and the Spanish blues was singing in Spanish for the first time in Argentina back in 1968. So when I saw you with that hat, and you know this link you have, you know, with Walter, because you know Los Natas is the stoner band that played stoner rock in Spanish. I was like, Trips this year is coming back to me. What the fuck?
Yeah,
yeah, that's why I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, it's I think it's you know, one of those years that I think history is important. You know, I think in order to know where you're at and where you're going, you got to go twice as far back to understand where you're at and where we're probably going. And you know, I know there's this kind of cliche, kind of novelty element to the late 60s, but the late 60s was real. It was real. A lot of heavy shit was going on. And yes, and you know, sure. people need to be aware of that and educate themselves, you know, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Can you guys like recommend us like new bands or new songs or bands that you like that you would recommend us or people that are listening?
Gosh, man, you know, all I know is that there's a lot of good music out there these days. It seems like every time I turn around, someone's playing me something that's really cool, you know. But you know, I have a hard time keeping up with a lot of new bands, you know. And you know, I don't have much time throughout the day to listen to music like I did 20, 30 years ago. So like if I get a chance to listen to some music, I just usually throw on an old jazz record or blues or something like that, you know. So I'm really not the one to ask. I got to be honest.
It's the same for me. It's the same for me. I just play in the radio in the car, and you know, I not have now the time or the spirit to sit and put a record and listen what happened. The music gets appear all the time, and mostly when we play with other bands live, you have the chance to meet and to understand the music from other people. So we are learning all the time. But I'm not fan of nothing. I'm not fan of my music also.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's just how it is for me too, man. I do listen to a lot of radio. I love the radio. You know, I love listening to radio. You know, just sit back and have someone.
What radio do you listen to? Because I'm tired of the radio here. They're always passing AC/DC, Pink Floyd. I don't have nothing against them, but it's like it looks like they're invading. That's AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, and Pink Floyd all the time. I mean, I listen to K something radio. Like, what radio do you listen to?
Well, when I'm in LA, I'll listen to K Jazz or.
I love K Jazz.
KXLU, but like out here in the desert, I literally just listen to the classic rock station, and you know they play all the classic rock hits. But it's
the
like
desert has very good radio.
I can't help it, man. You know, I guess I just get nostalgic, and it's literally a no-brainer. I don't have to think about it. You know, just put it on there.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you guys want to say something else. You want to answer a few questions, or we can just call it. It's your call, guys.
No, it's okay. I'm very proud and happy that we can do this interview or this kind of talk with you, Branto.
Yeah,
I love you,
great
bro.
to see you, Walter. Yeah,
You look very good. You look very good. I like your style as usual.
Get those ponchos going, man. I want to get a poncho, man.
Ah, okay. Yes, you got it. You got
Actually,
it.
before I forget, Gonzalo from Audión, he told me that he wants to give you a vinyl of Walter's band new album.
I love it.
Like Historia de Abraham, that means the story of Abraham. There you go.
The story of Abraham. I have also the tape from the story of Abraham. Yes, very nice.
Great.
You mind telling us a little bit about the album before? I mean, it would be kind of cool since before we leave. What do you guys think? We have a little time for that?
Yeah, of course.
Tell us about why is it called La Historia de Abraham? Is it like a concept album? Or give us a little info.
Yes, because you know the true story of Abraham is an aberrant story. You know, God said to his follower, okay, you need to go and kill your son just for give me your obedience, your shitty things.
Your loyalty.
So it's very sad story. So Gonzalo have his kids, and it's very sensible guy. So he think it's a good story to tell, and we put just for that. And after we do all the rest of the songs, this is the first song that we do for the album, and he put the history of La Historia de Abraham, the history of Abraham. It's a very sad and shitty story, you know.
Awesome. I love it. I'm ready. I need a copy. I'm ready to check it out.
Yes. Sergio will give you a copy and the poncho as soon as possible.
Perfect. I love it.
So thank you, Sergio and Brant, for this very nice time. I'm very happy you can talk with both of you.
Thank you. Thank you, Walter. It's great to talk to you, and congratulations on your new project. Sounds awesome.
Thank you.
Chapete, thanks so much for being the rad dude that you are.
Thank you guys for supporting me. I can be very annoying sometimes. I know that.
Well, thank you special for all the people in South America that are very interesting in follow this kind of talk interview. A lot of people are waiting for this, so thank you very much. Muchas gracias a todos los que estuvieron empujando ahí, haciendo el aguante para que esto ahí suceda y interesarse un poco en la historia de Brant y en lo que pasa acá en Sudamérica, que es un montón. So thank you so much for everything. I hope we can talk soon again, and the best.
The best.
Thank you guys. Pleasure. Hope to see you guys soon in real life.
Adiós.
Bye bye.
Adiós. Adiós. Cuídense.
Adiós. Bye bye.
Ciao.